Hey, how's it going? I figured I'd make this quick video about intermittent fasting, and it's so I've done it for like 2 years. I've done it in the summer times. In the winter time, it's really hard for me to do it, but I'll explain kind of my strategy about doing it. So I ride like 35 miles every day, every 6 days a week. I ride my bike about 35 miles a day, and I started intermittent fasting to like save money and to have more energy and see what it would do. And so now I'm like probably 11% body fat, maybe 10%, and I'm getting stronger. Like I screwed my shoulder up, so I didn't lift all year. I use intermittent fasting to get to try to to have more energy, and to like quitting sugar is an interesting part, because like I quit eating sugar to get into intermittent fasting, and I kind of like quitting stuff a lot, like alcohol, nicotine, caffeine, kratom, all these things that I'm kind of quitting all the time, or like quitting for long periods of time. Intermittent fasting is also a way to kind of practice this type of self-control, and then also control what you eat, like have a lot of control over what you're like putting into your body, and I don't know, how, like I heard a statistic of that it's not as important of what you eat in your lifetime as much as like if you have people around that make you happy, like that happiness might but make you live longer. But at the same time, intermittent fasting for me, it gives me more, I feel like I have more consistent energy throughout the day. I'm not eating sugar and having up and downs like people say. There's great advice on intermittent fasting, like Dr. Eric Berg. He has a lot of advice on intermittent fasting, and if you type it in on YouTube, there's a ton of great stuff. I think it's a good way to kind of practice like types of self-control, and get to and also it increases HGH. I think it makes, which is human growth hormone. I think it makes cortisol go down, and I do it every day. I think it's really hard in the wintertime personally, because I'm hungry for carbohydrates, and I get kind of like the seasonally depressed, where I'm looking for something that makes me happy, whether it's kratom or nicotine or caffeine or something like that, or alcohol. So intermittent fasting in the winter for me is harder to do. I think it goes really good with, it feels like it gives me more energy, like to exercise. Like I don't know why, why that would be, but I'm not eating as much in the daytime. If you do intermittent fasting, there's a lot of ways to do it. There's a lot of ways to fast, and I think it can really help with quitting drugs, or alcohol, or just or else at least creating your own self-control, to being able to say no to stuff. Like I quit eating out. I quit kind of eating cheese, bread, most kinds of carbohydrates except for vegetables. I probably look too skinny. I'm probably 11% body fat, maybe 12. I think at the beginning of winter I was probably 18% body fat, maybe more. So in 3 months I was able to get down to probably 12%. I never measured myself with calipers, but you can tell, like when you are skinnier, like you don't get, today was 100 degrees about, and I wasn't too tired, but I didn't get much sleep. But usually I got good energy in the heat, and you're lighter. If you're riding a bike, it really helps you be lighter and move easier. I think macros are the amount of calories you need to like sustain muscle and stuff like that. So if you do those, incorporate that into how you do fasting, that's the best way to stay strong while you're doing it. And I think you can just, you can still eat the right amount of calories to keep muscle, and I think you can even get stronger. I've been consistently getting stronger every week by doing pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, lifting weights, like little weights, not heavy weights. Probably at the most like 75 pounds. Because I don't have like all the weight. I just have them at home. And so I really encourage intermittent fasting. I think any kind of transformative like idea and doing it is helpful in just changing up your lifestyle, and it's free. I don't. It seems to me like when I really quit nicotine and caffeine, when I quit Facebook, when I quit kratom, alcohol, it all kind of is about the same time I'm able to start doing intermittent fasting. Sometimes I think intermittent fasting comes after that. But then when I start doing intermittent fasting the last like 2-3 years, I've kind of tried it for a while. I've kind of tried it for like 4 years probably. I think that it all helps itself. It gets into a routine where all of a sudden, you're just eating vegetables and healthier protein and salad, a lot of different, and I haven't noticed any amount of real weakness from it. I actually think I've only gotten stronger for sure. I think that if you're wondering about getting too skinny, you can, really what's under your skin, what's under your fat, like is it what are you gonna look like? You might not have a lot of muscle, you might not get a chance to exercise, but muscle, they say it takes a long time to gain, but I notice that it actually you absorb a lot of nutrients pretty quick when you first start out lifting or getting in shape for stuff. Your muscle reacts really quickly. It's so if you're just starting out and you're doing intermittent fasting, you'll see, I think, the most kind of like gains of definition and like how your body's changing a lot. I think it's quick. It's quicker than lifting and seeing results from lifting right away, because fasting, you can start losing weight really fast. I haven't had any real negative effects from it. Maybe not a lack of sleep and being really frustrated for like a long time. So what I mean by that is the best way I think to do intermittent fasting is to quit eating sugar. Just quit eating any processed sugar. Milkshakes, pop, probably pizza probably like falls into that. Maybe they say tomato sauce, but like candy. And so you quit all that stuff, and all of a sudden you just realize, like I do, your appetite is way easier to control. You're not hungry all the time, and if you are, you can make better choices with food. Instead of chips, maybe you'll get something healthy, like in place of that, if you can remember to do that all the time, and you get in better habits. So if it gets in your mind, you can like continue to progress with better habits of it. So anyway, good luck doing it, and I include this with my quitting alcohol and any other kind of like forms of fun that I also say to quit in life, or from myself in particular, because it's I think it's helpful to have overall better work ethic and consistency with like your memory. So anyway, good luck, and maybe I'll keep making videos like this if it's kind of catchy at all or something like that. So I do it every day pretty much, and you get better and better at it. So I'm actually the best at intermittent fasting in the last couple of weeks compared to probably 3 months ago. So all right, well, good luck out there and keep quitting. Bye.